Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 86 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt. I'll be your co host today.
And our other co-host, Joe.
She got that.
She got annoyed.
Yeah.
But that's my cat, not me. Yeah, I'm your other co-host, Joe. But yeah, it's our first episode of 2026. We were able to see Primate this week. There weren't a lot of releases. It is pretty early in the year. But yeah, we're getting into award season, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, there's been a couple shows so far. The Golden Globes, I caught like the end of it last night. And yeah, some surprises. Jacob Elordi randomly won the Critics' Choice. So he's getting some buzz now for the Oscars. I really love award season. I like to follow it, but I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fans of it. But
I think it's fun. I think for us, it's like a lot more exciting than,
yeah,
maybe
because we've
some
been
other
watching
people.
these movies all year,
Yeah, it's like our Super Bowl.
Yeah, pretty much. The Oscars. I got to take off the next day or something.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we're actually doing our own award show, which we did the past 2 years that we've had the podcast, and we're gonna give our nominees today. We have 10 different categories, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's been like a relatively weak year, but there's been some standouts throughout. So, and mine and Joe's nominees, I think, are a little bit different from each other, which is good. So, yeah. I guess to start off, we could start with Primate. I'll read the synopsis for this because you'll probably have the Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah.
I have actually, unless there's anything else you want to mention before we start, personal life.
Not much going on, honestly. But yeah, besides that, I mean, I was able to see No Other Choice, which I loved. I know we'll talk about it a little later when we get into the awards stuff.
Yeah.
Such an amazing movie, in my opinion. Like, yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
yeah, we'll talk about that a little later. I've seen a couple interesting things recently too. I got to see the chronology of Water last night. But yeah,
you did mention that actually.
Yeah, that's Kristen Stewart's directorial debut. Very interesting movie. Gonna be definitely polarizing. I'll say that. But all right, Primate. So this is directed by Johannes Roberts, who you might know from 47 Meters Down, Strangers Pray at Night, or Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which I haven't seen any of those, but I'm familiar with them. So he has his experience with some of this kind of low budget horror stuff. So Primate is basically about a killer chimp. So the synopsis is as follows. Something's wrong with Ben. Home from college, Lucy reunites with family, including pet chimp Ben. Ben contracts rabies during a pool party and turns aggressive. Lucy and friends barricade in pool, devising ways to survive the vicious chimp. So this is pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's a movie about a pet chimp that turns killer. And for what it is, I think it's pretty good. I had a good time in the theater.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot of the kills. I thought the actual chimp it didn't look perfect, but it looked pretty good. It was pretty convincing to me. It never like took me out of it or anything. And I think it's just a fun little, I wouldn't say like slasher movie, but it definitely has those elements, with each character getting picked off one by one.
Yeah. I agree.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it for what it was. I definitely appreciated that the chimp was practical and a lot of the kind of body horror stuff was practical because there was just some really good, like the opening scene I thought was really good, and there's a couple kills in it that I enjoyed as well. There's a couple like obvious logic flaws in some of the scenes, but like, it's kind of like I don't really expect anything.
Yeah. I mean, the major one that I was thinking of was like there are multiple times where Ben should have killed the main girl. He's on top of her. If it was some of the other people, she had serious plot armor in the movie, which I think is fine, just for the sake of making her be the final girl and everything, and letting the story go on. But some of the other characters, like Ben, would just go up to them, just rip their face off instantly. But for her, he kind of jumps on her, beats her up a little bit, and then whatever, gets distracted by something. I think it happens a few times.
Yeah.
But whatever, that didn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I will say I kind of wish that they didn't use the rabies plot? Because like I feel like you hear of stories of people have chimpanzees as animals, and they just will randomly just kill their owners. Like they didn't really need to do the whole rabies thing. They could have just like snapped. It's I don't know if they do that as more of like a sympathy thing for
I
the
think it's definitely to make us, for one, it kind of justifies, especially what ends up with happening to Ben. It
yeah
justifies the animal eventually being killed. Spoiler.
yeah
Um, and as an audience, you're not gonna feel that bad because you're like, there's no other choice. Like no other choice reference. There's
yeah
no other
yeah
choice. They have to kill him. So it's not, you know, it's not like they're just killing an animal. You're killing a sick animal that has to be killed. But
yeah
one thing I found funny is they decided to go with this rabies plot or this rabies plot point. But it seemed at points like the rabies didn't just make him crazy; it made him evil, straight
yeah
up evil at points. Like there's a couple kills that he has where he'll murder someone and start like laughing at the camera, and he like raises
yeah
his head up and stuff. He's evil. The rabies made him evil. It's not
evil
like he's
yeah
just going insane. And I
yeah
feel like rabies, it wouldn't make him keep his intelligence either. There were certain scenes where he used his intelligence to like take out certain people.
yeah.
Where he got like I forget, he got like his pad or something. I don't
You
remember
open
exactly what it was,
the
but
car scenes, like a lot of that
yeah,
stuff.
that was it. That
Yeah.
was it. He took the guy's car keys, and somehow I guess by association, he realized like he knows what his owner's car keys look like. So this must be the car keys of the other person. So he goes out and like unlocks the car. Which, okay, you could say like a chimp is smart enough to do that, which I'm sure they are. I'm sure
Yeah.
some chimps are like smart like that, but it is a bit of a stretch already. But on top of that, you're like, he has rabies and is going insane. I don't think a
Yeah.
rabid chimp would do that. So I see what you're saying, that maybe they could have went with just a crate, like a
He
chimp
just
that just
snapped.
had
Yeah.
enough of his owners. Or what would honestly would have been better was if he was owned by like a bunch of people who were abusive to him or something
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
that. So that way when he finally snaps, you're rooting for the monkey.
Yeah.
But that would be like a whole nother thing, because then you wouldn't
Yeah.
care about the human characters. So there's flaws in that as well.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah. I mean, another thing that comes to mind is like when he climbs on the wire over the pool. Like it's that it's like a pool light. It's a little like we have those. So it's what, a 200-pound chimp hanging, and he pulls the girl up. So that's probably what, like another 150 pounds, and the wire just
yeah,
like doesn't snap. But that's like kind of me nitpicking.
yeah.
But
One
yeah,
thing I'll say is, without spoiling what it is, even though I did say some spoilers already, there is one kill in Primate that it could have been done in a very lazy way, but because of how they did it and what they decided to shoot and what they showed, ended up being one of the most effective and disgusting moments of the movie. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
no, I actually don't.
So it's the scene where the dude, the only guy, thinks that he pushes Ben off the edge, and then Ben grabs him and throws him off the edge. They could have done a shot from like over top, show him falling and then landing and dying, and that's it. They
Yeah,
could have just showed nothing. He flew off, so we're assuming he's dead. But they do a shot where it zooms in on him, on his face, and it shows him like at the last seconds coming down, and his head close up hitting the rock down there and
it's
snapping
snapping. Yeah,
sideways. Like they could have done that scene in such a lazy way, but they decided to
yeah,
go so hard with it. So I really respect that.
yeah. That was a cool scene. Um, I even like the scene where the people from the airport come, and he does the jaw rip. Like I thought that was really really cool. Honestly, I love this. Getting it's I guess our favorite scene. That was probably my favorite scene of the movie when
Oh,
he
like when he kills the guy in the bed.
yeah with the jaw.
Yeah, and then that's another thing, when like I mentioned before about him basically turning evil from rabies. He like taunts the guy. He puts the
Yeah,
jaw on his
jaw
own
back.
mouth and starts like
Yeah.
going like this. Um, yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but have you ever seen the movie Coda?
No.
So it was the best picture during like COVID year.
Hmm.
It's CODA stands for like child of deaf adult, I think, something like that. It's basically
Hmm.
about this girl who like her father's deaf, and it's basically about like her life and dealing with that and this and that. The guy who plays the dad in this played the dad in that movie, and he's actually deaf in real life. His name is Troy Kotzer. I'm sorry, Troy Kotzer. He was great in Coda, and he was great in this as well.
Yeah.
I feel like he actually won an Oscar for his role in Coda as well for supporting actor.
Damn.
But I feel like he's such a good actor that they might have just cast him and then wrote in the deaf subplot.
Probably. I'm surprised they didn't like advertise that more.
Yeah, because I didn't know until I watched.
Neither did I.
But there was a lot of opportunities to make great scenes with using the fact that he was deaf,
Yeah.
Like when he can't tell what's going on and Ben is behind him, basically about to kill his daughters, and he doesn't even know. So I really like that actor.
Yeah. I thought also it was kind of funny at the end that they just turn into like they're just fist fighting the monkey at the end. Like they're just like he just like punched him in the face.
He's actually he's throwing some haymakers at him.
Yeah.
That was wild. That was crazy. Yeah. No, I did like that though.
Yeah.
I do like the way that that Ben is killed at the end too.
Yeah, with they stab him and then I mean you can get into it, yeah.
No, but they basically he gets stabbed through the chest with a bottle. They think he's dead. And then he comes back alive and rushes at the main girl. She kind of like falls with him, and then he falls and gets impaled through this chest by like this piece of wood it was established earlier when like a wooden thing broke down where he landed and it was pointed up, and then he landed and got stabbed with it. It was like cool shot. I feel like there's a lot of famous death scenes of someone getting impaled by something after falling.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind at the second, but there definitely is a couple.
First thing that comes to mind is Revenge.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay.
But
yeah.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite scene?
Yeah, my favorite scene, I would say, let me think. I really like the intro. I really like the opening.
The intro was very good.
It happens out of order as well. So you have this established thing where it's like this scene happens and this guy gets killed like brutally, and it says 36 hours earlier. So it kind of sets up this plot point of like, okay, we're gonna get to the scene, but how do we get there? I originally thought it was like after everything happened. I didn't realize that was gonna be before he actually killed everyone. I don't know. I just like how that scene was executed.
It's like a pretty like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting them to go. I mean, I knew he was gonna get killed, but I wasn't expecting them to show his little face getting ripped off. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean this actually is performing surprisingly pretty well at the box office too.
Yeah.
And you see things like Terrifier 3 last year made over 100 million. I think it opened up number 1. There is sort of a desire from fans or just the average moviegoer, horror enjoyer for this grotesque, brutal imagery and these kills in movies. It's just kind of an interesting thing to think about. I wonder if we're going to see more of it, because I didn't expect this movie to be as brutal as it was, but some of the kills were like really graphic and disturbing. Yeah. So it is kind of interesting that this is making a decent bit of money. Which, plugging our, go check out our Fantasy Movie League draft as well. We just got started up, but that movie, it has like 78% Rotten Tomatoes. So far, after one weekend, it made like 13 million.
I'm assuming the budget was what, like 10 million? It was definitely like that?
I don't know, probably something in that range, but it's performing decently well. So Mike drafted that one, so he's got a nice little January movie treat.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm surprised this is as good as it is, because you think about recent like January horror releases. What do you have? Night Swim. This is nothing like that, man. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Night Swim is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But that's just what January is. It's just a dumping ground. Because anyone that's going to release, here's the thing about January releases is like, if you have a blockbuster movie, you're going to put it towards the summer, most likely. Yeah. And if you have a really good movie, like an Oscar award season movie, you're going to release it later in the year. So where does that leave the beginning of the year? You're not getting any blockbusters. You're not getting any great awards contending movies. So what do you get? You get Night Swim usually.
Yeah.
But Primate, pretty good. And
Pretty
we're
good.
getting Bone Temple like next week.
And then Send Help 2 weeks after.
Yeah, so we're starting off pretty strong. 2026 is definitely a strong year for movies in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you have anything else to mention. What did you think about the two boys that just showed up to get killed pretty much?
I mean, it was fine. I don't know. It moved the plot along. They invited them there, so it wasn't like so out of place.
Yeah. The thing is I feel like they did stretch this concept a little bit thin. The runtime I think is less than 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 89 minutes, I think. Exactly.
Once you really have the setup, it's hard to push the story forward. That's why I think that they included some extra plots which don't really like go anywhere. Like the girl's relationship with the guy, how she kind of had a crush on him, or the dad wanted her to sort of like end up with him, and then he ends up with this other girl. They don't really get into any of that at all, and he's killed off relatively early.
Yeah.
So I feel like they might have just put that in just to add some fluff to the story and just add a little bit more runtime, because it is a very short movie, so they had to stretch it pretty thin. But yeah, those kids were a little bit unrealistic, like barging into the house.
Yeah, going in the fridge and just taking people's shit. Yeah, it was a little,
I guess people like that exist, but
yeah.
All right, I don't know. Maybe I guess we could rate it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, it's like a pretty simple movie. You know what you're getting. I had a good time. January release. But so I ended up giving it 3 stars, was 6 out of 10. It covers all the ground that I think it needs to. It has the good kills. It doesn't take itself too seriously. This like some flaws, but that's kind of what I expected in this, and I got exactly what I came for when I saw it.
Yeah, I also gave it 3 stars. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's just perfect for what it is. It's a little movie about a chimp killing people, and you get that. You get the funny moments, you get the brutal moments, and it's just an entertaining little January horror movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really it. And then we never did favorite characters, but Ben.
Ben, yeah, I was gonna say.
He's a beast. It's not his fault, man.
No.
He got the rabies that turns people evil.
I wonder, because obviously this is doing well, because they can't really do a sequel to this.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to mention. I'm surprised they didn't leave it up for a sequel.
Maybe they could say like...
But like also, how would you really do a sequel,
I mean, they're in Hawaii. Maybe it's like... I don't even know. I would say like, oh, there's other monkeys that are infected. Somehow they get into... Because I doubt, like, it's not like the family's going to adopt another monkey after this, so...
Yeah. And then you're going to get, if it's monkeys targeting this family, we're getting into, like, Planet of the Apes territory at that point, So it is hard to do a sequel to, but they always figure out a way, man.
Yeah.
They always do. Like, think about Anaconda or something like that.
That's fair. They try to make a movie about this.
Yeah. There's always something. So,
yeah.
We'll see. But, all right, I guess we can announce our award nominees.
Yeah.
Maybe next episode we'll wear our suits and bow ties.
Yeah.
Again.
For our
awards. But yeah, so if you guys have been fans of the podcast for a while, every year around award season, we do our cool, epic, awesome film awards for the year. So for this episode, we're going to just run through our nominees. And before I do, I'm going to let you guys know our categories. So we have Best Picture, Best Lead Performance by a Male, Best Supporting Performance by a Male, Best Lead Performance by a Female, Best Supporting Performance by a Female, Best Breakout Performance, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Horror Feature, and Best Superhero Feature. So I feel like we have a decent mix between, the normal awards that you see given out at a lot of award shows, and then also some other areas where some movies can shine, like horror and superhero. Superhero's been a bad year this year, but horror doesn't get too much love,
Yeah.
And then Best Breakout Performance is probably my favorite category.
Yeah. Like
I love
you could
to.
argue, yeah, but
What you could
there's
argue?
just a
What?
lot of people this year that they had a lot of breakout performances.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I guess I'll just keep it brief, but I'll say the category and then I'll just give my four, and then we'll run through them. I won't talk too much about them because there's just so much. But okay. So for Best Picture, my nominees are Begonia, Rental Family, Sentimental Value, and Warfare. Best Lead Performance from a Male, Dwayne Johnson from The Smashing Machine, Joaquin Phoenix in Eddington, Joel Edgerton in Train Dreams, Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme. Best Lead Performance by a Female, Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee, Emma Stone in Begonia, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, and Renata Rensve from Sentimental Value. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Best Supporting Performance by a Male, got Jacob Elordi of Frankenstein, Paul Mescal in Hamnet, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. Best Supporting Performance by a Female, my nominees are Amy Madigan in Weapons, Emily Blunt in The Smashing Machine, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius in Sentimental Value, and Una Chaplin in Avatar Fire and Ash. And for Best Breakout Performance, I have Aiden Delby from Begonia, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Defaro Wunatai from Warfare, and Miles Caton from Sinners. Best Director, Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, and Yorgos Lanthimos, Begonia. Best Screenplay, I have Begonia by Will Tracy, Eddington, written by Ari Aster, Sentimental Value by Joachim Trier and Eskil Vogt, and Weapons by Zach Cregger. So for Best Horror Feature, I have Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro, Presence from Steven Soderbergh, Sinners from Ryan Coogler, and Weapons from Zach Cregger. Best Superhero Feature, my nominees are Captain America Brave New World, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, Superman, and Thunderbolts. So,
Yeah, good.
It's been although we hate on the year, there have been some gems here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with all those nominees. You guys could let me know in the comments what you think. But
yeah,
go ahead, Joe. What do you got?
All right, so for me, for Best Picture, I have Hamnet, directed by Chloe Zhao, No Other Choice, directed by Park Chan-wook, Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, and Warfare, directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza. Best Lead Performance by a Male, Lee Byung-hun from No Other Choice, Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Robert Pattinson in Mickey 17, and Timothy Chalamet in Marty Supreme. Best Lead Performance by a Female, Amanda Seyfried in The Testament of Anne Lee, Jennifer Lawrence in Die My Love, Emma Stone in Begonia, and Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Best Supporting Performance by a Male, Paul Mescal in Hamnet, Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein, Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another, and Sean Penn in One Battle After Another. Best Supporting Performance by a Female, Una Chaplin, Avatar Fire and Ash, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Amy Madigan in Weapons, and Ariana Grande in Wicked for Good. Best Breakout Performance, I have Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Miles Canton from Sinners, Damson Idris from F1, and Defara Woon, I'm sorry, I'm butchering it, Defara Woon Atai from Warfare. Best Director, I have Park Chan-wook directing No Other Choice, Chloe Zhao directing Hamnet, Ryan Coogler directing Sinners, and then Paul Thomas Anderson directing One Battle After Another. Best Screenplay, I have Hamnet, written by Chloe Zhao, and I'm sorry I don't have the other. There's another writer that I don't know offhand. I'm sorry because it was
okay.
it's like based off a book, I believe. So
They credited someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frankenstein, written by Guillermo del Toro. Begonia, written by Will Tracy, and Eddington, written by Ari Aster. Best Horror Feature, I have Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro, Presence, directed by Steven Soderbergh, Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, and Weapons, directed by Zach Cregger. That was the only one I think that we had the same nominees.
Yeah. I was going to say Presence. Shout out Presence.
Presence, yeah. and the Super Bowl. Yeah, and then best superhero feature, I have Superman, directed by James Gunn, Thunderbolts, directed by Jake Schreider, The Fantastic Four: First Steps, directed by Matt Jackman, and Captain America: Brave New World, which why do I not have the director on there? I'm
Julius
sorry,
Ona, his name is.
Julius Ona. But yeah, so we have pretty differing picks for our choices, which I think is nice because usually ours are pretty similar. I feel like
Yeah, we have some overlap, but not much
not
really. We
much.
do
Yeah,
have a lot of differences here.
yeah,
Superhero, I'm pretty sure there's only 4 superhero movies that came out this year.
yeah.
So we were stuck with that. But usually last year we did best animated feature. But what would we even have
It
nominated?
would probably be
I didn't see K-pop Demon Hunters yet.
K-pop Demon Hunter would be one. What's that Pixar one? Oh, Elio.
Elio, I mean, I don't even think I've seen 4 animated
Let
releases
me
this
see.
year.
I'm just curious. Uh, why is it no releases 2020? The Bad Guys 2,
Mm,
Nazi
haven't seen it.
2.
Haven't seen it.
Uh,
Maybe it's just my own fault.
yeah, I mean Nazi 2 is like really good, but Zootopia 2.
I haven't seen it yet.
I thought you saw Zootopia 2.
Nah, I didn't get a chance. Did you see it?
Yeah, I actually saw a decent. No, I actually didn't. I'm looking at now. There's Zootopia 2, Elio, which I saw, Bad Guys 2, I saw, Dogman, which I saw,
I think the only ones I saw is Elio and Dogman.
SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie I didn't see,
Me neither. I didn't see K-pop Demon Hunters.
Wallace and
Um,
Gromit, I didn't see. There was a Plankton movie apparently. I didn't know that.
I don't think that was this year.
Yeah. Um, Night of the Zoopocalypse, which I believe is like it has something to do with the guy from Hellraiser. Clint, what the hell's his name?
Clive Barker?
Clive Barker. I don't know if he wrote it or he has some influence with the movie.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, these are pretty cheeks, dude. Actually, The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, that was pretty good.
I didn't see that either. Yeah, I just been slacking on animated, but hasn't been a great year for
Yeah, it's
superheroes,
not.
but I just
Don't worry,
haven't seen. Yeah.
we have the kidification of Animal Farm coming out this year.
Let's go.
Have you seen that trailer?
No.
It actually, I'm not even kidding. It got picked up by what's that like super like Republican studio that does like all the
Angel Studios?
Yeah, they picked it up. Like you know what the Animal Farm is supposed to be about, right? Like
Something, I mean, it's got to be about like going up against oppressors or
it's
something.
basically like
I don't know the story.
these animals like overthrow the farmer on their farm, and they all right. So they create this society where like okay, everyone's equal, going to treat everybody the same. And then as it goes on, like people start to kind of get like pushed down, and other animals are treated better than certain animals. And it's kind of like a class thing, but the trailer to the movie just looks like absolutely nothing like the book intended. So, but Andy Serkis directed it, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll be good. Who knows? Angel Studios has that other movie in theaters right now, David.
Yeah.
That apparently is doing pretty good at the box office. They have like a little niche kind of Republican fan base that just goes to see all the movies. I mean, remember Sound of Freedom when that came out?
Yes, that was like their biggest movie, right?
Yeah, that made a ton of money. And that movie honestly wasn't even that bad. I expected it to be like way more propaganda.
Yeah.
But just because of like, people use whatever narrative to like push their own, But anyways, yeah, so stay tuned next episode and we'll give our winners. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll do a live stream for it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I think you could actually go live from this app. So, yeah. So, who knows if you guys are interested in that?
Yeah.
Our 2 viewers. We'll see. Yeah, maybe we could talk about some movie news. What were you going to say?
Side note, I think the animated movies next year look a lot like significantly better.
We have Toy Story 5. Minions 3,
Minions 3, Super Mario,
Angry Birds 3.
Angry Birds 3, Goat Hopper. There's that movie Animal Friends,
Yeah.
the Ang movie, Cat in the Hat, Hexed.
Yeah, there's like a lot more in general.
Yeah.
But all right,
Yeah.
let's move on to our movie news. You could talk about this first one.
Let me pull it up. I feel like this week was pretty. There was one really big thing that happened this week.
There was a couple. There was like a couple pretty big things. I would say more than one. Definitely.
Wait, I'm in the wrong thing because it was like a bunch of like James Gunn, like Batman news. I was like, nothing came out with that. Okay. This was actually very big, and I'm very, very excited for this. So the first trailer to the Muppet Show revival was released, and Sabrina Carpenter is going to be a guest star. And it looks really good, honestly. It looks fun. Looks like the vibes of the Muppets, you know. They're on like that original stage that they usually did their shows on and stuff. Seth Rogen looks like he's going to be in it too. Looks very tongue-in-cheek. So we'll see. It's going to be premiering on Disney Plus and ABC on February 4th. So less than a month.
Looks like classic Muppet stuff. And I think it's a great idea to bring back the series and to get general interest from the public and from people our age who we like the Muppets. But most people our age, I say, probably don't have much interest in the Muppets.
Yeah.
Or I would not even our age. We're kind of old at this point. I would say like younger than us. But bring in like popular celebrities to go on the show with the Muppets. So Sabrina Carpenter, this is going to bring her whole fan base. You know, get other like up and coming young people that have a big fan base. Come have them hang out with the Muppets for 20 minutes. It's going to bring people to the show because it'll be a fun, easy watch. You get to see, you know, celebrities that you love. Who would you like to see on here? Who do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it would be cool to get like some famous athletes on too. I feel like they would do that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I would want someone serious, kind of like a Michael Caine situation in Muppet Christmas Carol.
Like okay.
Not that he's serious, but
no, I know what you mean. Like,
give me Paul Giamatti in this. Give me a Paul Giamatti
really
hanging out with the Muppets.
The Muppets. He's teaching a class of the Muppets.
Who do you think? Anyone come to mind?
I feel like The Rock would be kind of funny.
The Rock would be funny, definitely. Stellan Skarsgård would be funny.
Stellan Skarsgård, yeah.
Get Ian McKellen in there. Fuck it. But yeah, it doesn't show too much. I didn't even know it was coming out February 4th. That's pretty soon, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
We
love the Muppets.
We'll see if they tease anything about the Miss Piggy movie, because that's like confirmed happening. I think
it is because Emma Stone recently was like, "Oh, I'm not playing Miss Piggy in the movie," so she acknowledged that it exists. You know.
Did you see the full quote?
She said? I know it was like something.
She was like, "I dare you!" Like, would say I'd play such a star like that.
Yeah,
like the only person that plays Miss Piggy. It looks good. Yeah. And then they also said, I think they're gonna ask. They were asked like, "Oh, is Ariana Grande gonna be in the movie for some reason?" But they were like, "Oh, we'd love to have her join." So I'm interested to see. They're probably just gonna get a lot of prominent people. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be in anything with the Muppets?
Yeah, honestly, now that you say that, get Ariana and Cynthia on this Muppet show. Or this could be a good idea for like celebrities that are actors that are campaigning for, you know, Oscar stuff. Come on here and hang out with the Muppets for a little bit. Get Timothy on there.
Yeah.
You know. Why not?
That would be good.
But all right. So next up, we talked about this a little bit last episode, just the Avengers Doomsday trailers that have been releasing. We got an HD look at the X-Men themed trailer, which I think was probably the best of the three so far. There's a fourth one that also got leaked that should be dropping tomorrow. But yeah, it's there's a little bit surprising about it that I didn't expect. Like, Magneto just looks old and disheveled. I thought he would look somewhat put together.
Isn't Ian McKellen like 85 or 86 or something like that? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not his fault, but you know, you could still have it. Like, Patrick Stewart's just as old as him. He looks very good. He looks kind of, you know, I wouldn't say obviously he doesn't look young, but Ian McKellen just looks like a hobo that they found on the street. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, we kind of see that there's Sentinels. You get a look at, obviously, the big thing that everyone's talking about is, you get James Marsden in the classic Cyclops suit.
Yeah, that was really
shooting
cool.
out a power beam, like straight out, ripped from a comic panel. Really
Yeah.
cool stuff. And the one thing I got to say about these trailers is, so far, this looks like visually really good.
Yeah.
This would be
Compared to their other
top
stuff,
tier
yeah.
MCU
Yeah.
in terms of visual stuff. Which, if we're getting that plus all like the superhero shit that everyone loves, this could be a banger. Are you still hating on it, or have you started to
No,
get a
I mean,
little?
I still have no idea. Like, I'm gonna need like a full trailer, like about the plot first, because aura farming and good visuals are only gonna get you so far.
That's true.
You know,
But as a big X-Men guy, what did you think of this trailer?
it was cool to see like him finally in the like comic accurate suit and like that shot of him, and even like the Sentinels. I'm pretty sure in the like one of the first leaks from the X-Men thing was that behind the scenes picture of like all the destroyed Sentinels in the background and stuff. So, and it looks like they're going to be actually like the purple and blue, not like you've seen the Days of Future Past ones that kind of just look
Yeah,
like,
those look cool in their own right, but they're not.
they're
You
not
know,
like what it looks very not like he looked very 97 coded, so that's exciting. But we'll see. I'm not a big fan of the Russos, and there's no, it's just different because there's no real hype behind the characters going into this. They're purely relying on like nostalgia.
I guess the hype factor would be seeing these actors play the classic versions of their characters,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. But especially someone like James Marsden, who didn't get a chance to return. Like Patrick Stewart came back already once before.
Yeah.
So a couple people did, but yeah.
But yeah. We'll see. The next bit of news we got, this is actually really exciting. Sebastian Stan is in talks to star in the Batman Part 2, and it was confirmed, I believe, by Deadline that he's going to play Harvey Dent, which is very, very exciting. I mean, it's also kind of bad news for him for Doomsday. I mean, it's kind of confirmed he's getting clipped, but he's going to be in like an actual movie now, which is exciting. I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with this movie. It was also confirmed in the article that Barry Keoghan's Joker is going to come back as well for the movie. People are saying it's going to be probably like a Long Halloween adaptation, which, I mean, I haven't really read that, but I know the gist of it is kind of like the mob. There's a murderer going around killing all these people, and Batman is just trying to like figure out why it's happening, what's going on, and it's kind of like the transition from like Gotham being run by like mobsters to like Gotham being run by supervillains.
Yeah,
But
I
also
read the book. It's really good.
oh,
He
it's
he
good.
taught he it has like every one of his rogues gallery in it that he kind of
Really?
it's a real like detective story
Yeah.
that he goes around and kind of talks to everyone and try to figure out who the murderer is.
Isn't the person that originally throws the acid on his face like dead already though?
I forget. What, in Long Halloween?
Yeah. Or he's
I don't
already
remember.
Two-Face in that.
I think he's Two-Face in it
Oh,
already.
okay. But people are speculating that like because Colin Farrell said he has a small role in the Batman Part 2, so maybe he'll be the one that throws the acid on his face.
Maybe.
We'll
I mean,
see.
that is kind of like random. But I really like this casting.
Yeah.
I love Sebastian Stan. He's obviously, I would say he's more well known for Winter Soldier and for his superhero stuff, but he is a very great serious
Yeah.
actor. He was nominated for 2 Golden Globes in the same year last year
Yeah.
for Different Man and for The Apprentice. And I think he won. He won for Different Man, I'm pretty
Different
sure.
Man, yeah, I think he did.
So very talented actor, but also doesn't shy away from the superhero stuff. So I
Yeah.
like that he doesn't act above it,
Yeah. No, I agree.
Whenever he talks about it, he's always like, he always has good things to say about it. He's not
Yeah.
like, oh, it's I got to do this so I can make these movies, whatever. He enjoys doing that, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Batman you can't really compare to like the MCU stuff. It is a little more taken seriously, I would say.
Yeah.
But still, great casting. He's not someone that I really thought of for Two-Face, but I think he would play a pretty good Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna become Two-Face in the movie or no?
At least by the end of it, I'm assuming. You
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
But
I mean, I
they also
saw
said
the.
like,
Did you see like his makeup artist posted
yeah,
pictures
that
of
was
him
pretty
as
cool.
Two-Face? Yeah, so.
But it's also like I don't, because Matt Reeves said the villain hasn't really been done in live action before, so like, I mean, he isn't necessarily playing the main villain, but still, it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe ScarJo's the villain,
It's
and
true.
he's just kind of in it. You know, he
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
Harvey Dent was in Joker too as well,
yeah.
so he could just be in it as Harvey Dent.
That's
It's
true.
possible, but yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Then, so we got our cast for the live action Tangled remake, which at some point it was shelved, they said, and now they're doing it again. So, anyways, so Milo Manheim is cast as Flynn Rider, and Tegan Croft is Rapunzel. I would say of these two, probably Milo is more well
well known.
known.
Yeah,
He's on Broadway. I think he's in Little Shop of Horrors right
yeah.
now,
He
right?
was. I actually saw him in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah,
It's kind
that's
of
pretty
funny.
cool. He's gonna get a huge career boost from this.
Yeah,
I remember him from some Disney Channel stuff.
he's in like those like zombie high school movies. I forgot what they're called.
I think it's just called like Zombie or something. And then Tegan Croft, for those of you who've watched Titans, that's Raven from Titans. That's where I knew her from. I don't think she has a musical background, but Milo does, so that's really good. And yeah, I do like that they went with relatively unknown
Yeah,
people for this because that just shows that, they went based off their auditions and how I'm sure they did like chemistry tests together and stuff.
yeah.
So they went based on that compared to just star power and stunt casting. So
And I believe they also confirmed Catherine Hahn is going to be playing like I haven't seen Tangle in a long time, but that like evil, I don't know if it's her stepmom or something like that or
she's trying
whatever.
to, I don't know, she like makes her cut off her
Wants,
hair or something.
yeah, something like that. But I know people were campaigning for Catherine Hahn to play her for a while.
Yeah.
But
How was Milo when you saw him in person?
he was great. I mean, it's, I know like that. Who's the guy that played Shazam?
Zachary Levi.
He was like campaigning for the role, even though he's like fucking 50. He's like, oh, get like me and Florence Pugh to do it, or something like
Bruh.
that. But yeah, no. But I mean, he was good in it. I don't really like know too much about him, but if he's able to do Broadway and stuff like that, this is right up that realm. So
Do you think he's handsome enough?
yeah. I mean,
I think so as well.
yeah,
But Flynn, he's like supposed to be a heartthrob.
yeah. It
I think
seems
it's good
like
casting on that
yeah,
aspect.
yeah,
Keegan Croft is kind of out of left field, and honestly, both of them are really out of left field. We were hearing about like Mason Thames for it. We were
yeah.
hearing about, especially Rapunzel. There was like a ton of people.
Ton of people. Yeah,
We were hearing about Sadie Sink. We were hearing
I was
about
hearing the girl
McKenna
from
Grace.
who's is that the girl from FNAF 2, and she's also in the new
Yeah,
Hunger Games. Yeah,
yeah. We were hearing about Sabrina Carpenter for a little
Sabrina
bit.
Carpenter. Yeah,
So I do like that you hear all these big names and then it ends up being someone unknown because most likely they ended up getting the role just because of how good they were in their auditions,
yeah. I agree.
which is a good sign for their
Do
performance.
they have a director yet or no?
I don't
I mean,
think so.
I'm assuming, but maybe they just
They
didn't
probably
announce
do,
it
but
yet.
I don't think they said it.
Yeah,
At least I didn't see anything.
yeah.
But all right. Sorry.
We got also confirmed a new Jackass movie will release June 26th in theaters, which Jackass is always fun. The last one I saw was like fucking hysterical. I remember like I would laugh so hard, like my core literally hurt from how hard I was laughing at the movie. They're just like very, if you like them, dude, they're, you know what they are. For people, some people don't like them. I think they're hysterical.
Yeah, I love Jackass. I saw when Jackass 4 came out, I went to go see it with a bunch of my friends in the theater. Had a couple beers. Just one of the most fun movie
Yeah.
experiences of my life. Cuz it's not like a real movie experience. You're just like with a
Yeah.
bunch of your friends like crying, laughing, wincing, hiding your eyes at some points. Just what these people go through for our entertainment.
Yeah.
You got to commend them for that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. They're still, John, what is it?
It's crazy
What's his
they're
name?
still alive.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah. It's Steve. Didn't like one of them get like almost seriously hurt on one of the things?
Oh, bro. Knoxville and Steve-O both almost died like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
If you watch like Jackass, they have like 0.5 versions where they add more stuff, more
Behind
context.
the scenes stuff, yeah.
Yeah. There are points where they kind of like talk about near death, like a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Oh, what else we got? All right, so I'll just mention this quickly. The Golden Globes happened, so that was last night. It was a fine show.
Yeah.
You know, Golden Globes is basically like the drunk Oscars. You know, it's everyone's just, it's not as serious. It's not as prestigious. You know,
Sean Penn was smoking a cigarette at the thing. Did you see that?
Snoop Dogg was high on stage. But yeah, just to talk about like a couple maybe surprises or big things or big wins that would sort of predict the Oscars. Stellan Skarsgård won Best Supporting Actor when he wasn't even nominated at SAG, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I don't think SAG nominated any international films.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. And I feel like the international films this year, there were like 3. It was Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, and No Other Choice were all. I haven't seen the other 2, but apparently are all very good.
Yeah. Well, Timmy won again, which is a good sign for his Oscar chances. He beat out Ethan Hawke. He beat Leo. Tiana Taylor won, which I wasn't expecting. Out of all the supporting performances in that movie, I don't think she should be the one who gets rewarded.
Here's the thing: is like her performance is great, but she's literally in the movie for like 20 minutes, maybe.
You know what? It's kind of a situation like Killers of the Flower Moon with what's her face, the main actress. She's not. She was going for lead actress, and she's not in the movie that much. She's
not in it a lot, yeah.
So she won some places, but when it comes to the Oscars, like, is Tiana Taylor really going to win that? I don't know. That might be one of the most stacked categories out of any of them.
Yeah.
You have both of the sentimental value performances. You have Amy Madigan. You have Tiana Taylor. You have, you know, I'm blanking, but there's definitely a couple others. Elle Fanning, yeah, she's one of the sentimental value performances. Ariana, she's gotten nominated at a couple of spots.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I don't think Tiana Taylor will end up winning the Oscar, but it's kind of interesting that there's another.
We didn't get Best Podcast, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We didn't take it home.
We didn't win Best Podcast, but we're going to be campaigning starting now for next year.
For 2027.
But that's just like, that category is like a celebrity stroking their egos category.
Yeah. But wasn't it like
Amy Poehler? Yeah. Like, come on, dude. I mean, not that they would give that to, you know, a film
podcast,
but we really deserve that.
Yeah.
We put our hearts and souls into this.
We really do.
No, but it seems like they're just going to give it to the podcasts that are pretty uninteresting, that are just like, I'm an actor and I have other actors and we just talk and there's no like theme. Not that it's uninteresting. It's probably interesting to listen to and everything, but there's no like theme or thing that they're doing. It's just 2 people talking.
Yeah.
Like, at least we're like reviewing things, you know?
Yeah.
Our podcast has more value than theirs, obviously.
I agree. We have more to say. We're more like the common man.
Yeah. But it is just like, and they decided to air that category, but when Ludwig Göransson's score for Sinners won, they didn't even air that.
Yeah, I heard they didn't, which is crazy.
But they're going to air the podcast thing, giving like Amy Poehler the stupid Golden Globe. I like Amy Poehler, but come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
Honestly, I another one that I know Golden won for Best Original Song, but I was honestly surprised that the song from Sinners didn't win.
Well, Golden's been winning most of the original song awards, so.
I mean,
it's just so big.
Song. Yeah.
It's so big. Did you watch K-Pop Demon Hunters or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it, dude. I have to.
It's like, it's fun. The music's catchy. It's like very, you know. The guy from No Other Choice is in it as well.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He played, I think he plays like the villain in it, I'm pretty sure.
He's good. I liked him in No Other Choice.
Yeah.
But, all right. I guess we can move on.
Yeah.
So, we got our...
Wait, was it me or you that has to go?
Oh, you could go. It doesn't really matter. Go ahead.
We got our first trailer to Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which is coming out on April 17th. It wasn't supposed to be called The Resurrection? I guess now it's The Mummy.
That was just a rumor. That was a rumor.
Um, it looks fine. I mean, we don't really know anything about it, but apparently it was so bad that James James Wan, right,
Hmm.
left the theater in the middle of the screening. So this looks apparently it's very, which is interesting to me. It's kind of early to start the marketing.
For April, I mean, that's
I
like 3
guess,
months
yeah,
away. But
but
yeah, my thing is like, if we hadn't heard all of this stuff about it, I would be a lot more excited about it because I watched this
yeah,
trailer and I'm like, this looks not bad. It's Lee Cronin. He did Evil
yeah,
Dead Rise. It looks like it has some similar elements to that. It looks somewhat creepy,
yeah,
but all of these reports and, plot leaks and this and that saying, oh, it's horrible, it's horrible. We'll see if that affects its box office. The one thing is apparently, it's I saw a plot leak, so if you don't want to hear about the plot leak, then
well,
stop
the time
listening right
codes you
now.
could skip.
But I won't go too deep into it, but the mummy in this movie is like a young girl. That girl Katie. Like, oh, what happened to
Yeah,
Katie? They're saying in the trailer, which I don't like. Give me
neither
a
do
the
I.
mummy movie with a mummy, like a
Set in
real, like,
Egypt, yeah,
yeah, like I don't want this bullshit. Like,
yeah,
it already didn't work before. Give us the mummy, like Boris Karloff's The Mummy. I'd
yeah,
rather see that as like a monster, I don't want some guy's daughter becoming the mummy, getting the mummy's powers.
yeah. I
We'll
agree.
see.
Isn't
It's too.
the girl
It's a little.
from
What?
Moon Knight in this?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
May Calamaway,
yeah.
something like that.
She was also in Gladiator, but they cut her role for some reason.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not giving up on this movie just yet.
Yeah, I mean, well, I like Lee Cronin, so we'll see. When are we gonna get an Evil Dead Burn trailer?
Well, we got that little tease, right?
But it was like a behind the scenes thing. It wasn't really like
At least but that at least is a good sign that they're not. They're probably not going to delay it, and there's probably not like bad stuff happening behind the scenes or
yeah.
anything.
But I
When's
don't
that come
like.
out?
I want to say the fall, maybe October or something like that.
Did you draft that? I forget.
Let's check.
Comes
Actually,
out
I
in
don't
July.
think I did.
Was that even? I don't even know if that was up for grabs. Now
No,
that I
somebody
think about
has
it.
it. Somebody has it. Hold on. Wait, Loki, I might have
Oh,
it.
you
Hold
have
on.
it. You have
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right. Sick.
Yeah,
Um.
I
All
was
right.
getting confused with that or Send Help. But yeah, kind of a slow week for movies, for movie news. I feel like as we get into, we're gonna have Super Bowl in the next 2 episodes. We'll probably get some big trailers then. You know.
Yeah. Um. All right. You wanna get into another thing we want to talk about is our top 10
Top
favorite
10
movies of the
movies of the
year.
year. Yeah, I just
So
pulled my letterbox.
yeah, maybe you could do this one first because I went first on the awards.
Yeah.
But I would just
Um.
say again, just keep it brief and
Yeah.
just so
I'll.
we can make some clips out of it and stuff.
Yeah. Hold on.
And just make sure you center yourself on the camera.
Yeah.
Let's say give
Awesome.
5 honorable mentions
Okay.
and then do your top 10.
So my 5 honorable mentions, I'd probably say F1, really great dad flick, really enjoyed it, great music. Superman, another movie I really enjoyed, lots of fun, love all the comic bookiness. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise just doing crazy white boy shit, jumping off of planes and fucking diving and stuff. Paddington, I think, is a really funny and smart comedy that I think a lot of people, that kind of flew under the radar, that a lot of people should check out. And Presence, which was the horror movie, which was kind of a really unique take on a ghost story, I would say. Yeah. But number 10, I have Thunderbolts, asterisk. I think this was the best superhero movie of the year. The best written Marvel movie in a very long time, in my opinion. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Number 9, I have Mickey 17. Art Pattinson was fantastic. Another one that I think flew under the radar because it came out so early, but really enjoyed that. Number 8, One Battle After Another. Leo was great. Some really good shots in that. Chase Infinity is fantastic. I think she's going to have a really good career ahead of her. Number 7, I have Weapons. One of the best horror movies this year to come out. It's kind of, I love the storytelling in it. 6, I have Begonia. I really enjoyed. I mean, it was Yorgos. I knew it was going to be good, but I felt satisfied watching it. What am I on? 6
That was
or
6.
5? 6. Oh, 5. I have Frankenstein. I think this was my most anticipated going into this year. Really enjoyed it. Elordi was everybody was just firing on all cylinders in that. I love, Guillermo del Toro doing gothic horror is just, great. Number 4, I have Warfare. Really great movie about, actual I kind of like, obviously I have no experience with fucking war, but like a lot of the injuries and things reminded me of working in an emergency room, which was really interesting. Number 3, I have Hamnet. Such an emotional gut punch. Jesse Buckley's so fucking good in this movie, and it's just, yeah, really, really good movie. Number 2, I have Sinners. Great dual performance. Probably the best original movie I've seen in a very long time. And number 1, I have No Other Choice, which I will talk about that a little bit. I really, really, really liked. Probably the best cinematography this year, but probably in one of the best cinematography I've seen like the last 5 years in a movie. It was so good.
That's an interesting list. I'll say you're missing Sentimental Value. You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, yeah, I know. Which I can't, like, it's available on fucking Delta flights, but I can't watch it in my home. Why does that, like, how is that even possible?
I don't know. And then Train Dreams. That's got the
Train
best
Dreams I
cinematography.
started. I still didn't. I have to finish that.
Yeah, but it's a pretty interesting list. I don't think a lot of people are going to have that same list as you.
Yeah, probably gonna
But
hate it in the comments, but,
that's fine. All right, so for my favorite movies of 2025, I'll give 5 little honorable mentions before my top 10. And I got honorable mention number 1, Testament of Anne Lee. Saw it in 70mm. Man Safer was great. Stein, directed by Guillermo del Toro. It's a perfect movie for him. Then I have Mickey 17. Full Role was great. This one came out in the beginning of the year, so it kind of got a lot of people. A lot of people are sleeping on it for award season, but has some great performances. 12, I have The Smashing Machine, which I'm surprised, or not number 12, but another honorable mention of mine is The Smashing Machine. I have Dwayne Johnson as Mark Kerr. He blew me away with his performance, which I can't believe I saw him. I watched the Golden Globes last night, and he's sitting there getting nominated for an award. It was just a weird feeling. 11, I have honorable mention. Last honorable mention before my top 10 is Avatar Fire and Ash. James Cameron, you cooked. It's a beautiful movie. I sat there, watched the whole 3 hours in 3D. I was blown away. It was awesome. All right, so into my top 10. At 10, I have Hamnet, directed by Chloe Zhao. One of the most depressing and emotional movies of the year. Jessie Buckley is going to run away with the Oscar.
Yeah.
She is clearly the best actress of the year. Number 9, I have Eddington, directed by Ari Aster. Love Ari Aster. Love this movie. A lot of people are hating on it. They say it's too soon after COVID. I don't care. It's funny. It's really good. I love it. Number 8, I have Marty Supreme. This is one that I just caught recently. Another one where I feel like, okay, Timothée Chalamet, he's going to run away with this award. This was my best performance of the year. Oh, you forgot Marty on yours?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm like literally 15 movies behind on Letterboxd, and yeah, well, that's my fault, but yeah.
Where would that have been?
It probably in like 5 to 10 range.
All right, that's fine. Okay. Number 7, I have Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler. Great horror movie, great vampire movie. Love Michael B. Jordan in it, love the music. Number 6, the best horror movie of the year, Weapons. This is Magnolia in a horror movie format. Has all these stories that intersect together in such a perfect way. Really satisfying ending, and was scary. It made the suburbs scary. Number 5, movie came out of nowhere. I have Train Dreams, directed by Clint Bentley. Another great performance, Joel Edgerton. And this is maybe the most beautiful looking movie I've seen in the past 5 years. It's so gorgeous. Great cinematography. Another movie that I didn't expect to love this much. At number 4, I have Rental Family, directed by Hakari, starring Brendan Fraser. This was another just very heartwarming, beautiful movie. I love the message. I love, a movie that makes you feel so good that you want to cry. So, love Rental Family. And then in third place, I have Warfare. It's a movie that's probably not even in a lot of people's top 10, but it really stuck with me after watching it, just being stuck with these soldiers. Their mission's 90 minutes, the movie's 90 minutes. You're with them the whole time. It's disgusting, it's brutal, and it's real, because having the director be one of the people that was actually there is just such a nice touch to add on top of, this movie. So, number 2, my runner-up for Best Picture, I have Sentimental Value, directed by Joachim Trier. This movie is just a complete masterclass in acting, and you could see that as it's getting multiple nominations in all categories. You have 3 supporting actors and actresses that are getting nominated, and one lead, Renata Rensve, who's fantastic. I think Stellan should win his Oscar. And yeah, it's just a beautiful and depressing movie. It's very, very deep. It's very dense and heavy. And I watched it. I had to sit in my seat for an extra 2 minutes just to take in everything of what I just watched. It's about generational trauma and, complicated family relationships which, everyone can relate to. So, fuck was that?
My phone was sorry.
That's okay. It sounded like a chicken balking.
No.
All
You're
right.
good. Keep going.
Here's in first place, I have directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. This is the best movie of the year. I love Yorgos. I love Emma Stone. I love Jesse Plemons. The movie's hilarious. It's so well shot. It's so smart, and you just never know what's going to happen until it happens, and all the way up until that final scene and the reveal. Sonia, best movie of the year. I don't care what anyone says. And also, I don't give a fuck. One Battle After Another did not make it. It did not make it into my top 15. No Other Choice was number 21. So
I was I don't know. Maybe the cinematography had a little effect on me, but I was like, this is fucking a masterpiece.
I still gave it a 4 stars, but
yeah.
One Battle After Another was 25. It's in my top 25.
I liked One Battle After. I'm tired and I could see it in IMAX. I was in Thailand, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
I think it's overhyped. It was good, but overhyped.
Do you think it's better than what's the name of the movie that we just watched? There Will Be Blood?
No.
I think it is.
I don't know. Maybe. Actually, maybe. It's close. Yeah. It's close. But all right. Yeah. So I guess before we move on to, and I like how we have very differing lists.
Yeah.
We usually tend to
pretty much
have a lot of the same shit. But before we move on, maybe we'll talk a little bit about what we've been watching.
Yeah. Well, I have 1 episode left of Sopranos.
Bro, you said that last episode.
I did? Did I really?
Yeah.
I know.
How have you not watched it yet?
Because I'm supposed to watch it with my girlfriend, and I just haven't had the chance to watch it with her. She's like, wait for me to watch it. So, I started The Crown. I actually kind of like that because I like historical stuff. That's pretty much been it. I started reading the new Hunger Games book. It's pretty good.
You excited for the movie?
Yeah. Honestly, I'd never seen any of those movies, and then my girlfriend showed it to me. They're actually really good.
Yeah, they are. They're very solid.
So, trying to think what else. I started reading Absolute Martian Manhunter. Really good. Artwork is fantastic. It's kind of funny that he's white in this now, which I don't know why. I think it's I feel like he's an alien. Well, this it's a little different. But he's always predominantly shown as a black guy, so it's weird that he's white, but it's pretty good. Yeah. What about you?
So, firstly, I gotta say, you gotta start catching up on Letterboxd.
I know.
You gotta put your shit in.
I know.
But because it makes it so much easier, because you can just look at your diary. Yeah, we watched Testament of Ann Lee as well.
Yeah,
which we didn't.
It's on my thing.
Yeah,
I didn't log it.
I actually watched Sorry Baby, which I think was very good. It was a little bit overrated just because of how corny some of the dialogue is. I think the way that it handles the subject matter is very good.
Yeah.
For such bad subject matter, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it's handled very well. Especially there's that one shot that stuck with me where it's the house.
The house, yeah.
So
I
Just
mean, did
because
you
a
know
lot
what
of
was?
movies, and especially like one that I just saw, The Chronology of Water, similar subject matter, but just handled with no delicacy at
Yeah,
all. It's just no subtlety. Where in this movie, um, what the fuck's it called? Sorry,
sorry, no. Oh,
Sorry Baby, you have the way that it's displayed. I really love that scene where it's the house. She goes into the house, she parks her car, doesn't show anything, but the time passes. You see it get turn into nighttime, turn into a little later. Then you see her leave the house, and you see she's acting a little weird. The guy's standing weirdly at the door. She's putting her sneakers on, and you know what happened. It doesn't have to
yeah,
be shoved down your throat. You understand, And I
yeah.
feel like that was a really kind of scary scene in
It's like
a way
eerie.
that was handled like it was handled in a subtle way.
Yeah,
It didn't have to be in your face. Which Chronology of Water, you'll understand if you see it. It
yeah.
is
I
the
know,
opposite. It's the
but
opposite of
from
subtle.
what you've told me, I feel like it's even more. It's worse what happens in that movie than in this.
It's worse, definitely.
Yeah,
But yeah. Anyways, so
wasn't
I
that her
also
first?
watched
That was her
what
first acting role, I believe. Or she
I think
directed as
it's her
well.
directorial debut. I don't know. I don't know if she's acted in other stuff before,
But she got.
but
I know
very
she got
impressive.
cast in
Yeah.
something big.
Really?
Yeah, like what a. Let me look it up actually.
Behemoth, Pedro Pascal, Will Arnett, Olivia Wilde. That's got to be it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I know that. The guy who plays Red Guardian was in it originally, and he dropped out.
I also watched The Housemaid.
How was it?
Not good.
Yeah, I
Not good.
figured. I heard Amanda, what's her name, is pretty good in it though.
Yeah,
Seyfried?
she's very campy. She's like doing it up a lot. She's a better actress than that movie.
Well,
Um,
that's what people want for Batman. So I mean,
he's honestly not bad. I kind of saw the Bruce Wayne vibe watching that movie.
I don't know. I feel like he just knows. Like every interview that I hear about him talking about Batman, like he just knows like nothing. I mean, that doesn't mean he can't be a good Batman actor, but like
Yeah.
he just knows nothing about the character. I feel like.
The thing about The Housemaid and like a lot of these type of movies that are based on kind of like popcorn thriller novels is I could tell within the first 10 minutes that it's based on one of these novels. You could just tell.
Yeah.
You could just tell. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but this particular one, I was laughing like every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
like laughing out loud at how stupid the dialogue was, or
Can
like
you
how
like
dumb something
like
happening was.
what I know, like, can you just spoil like what happens? I'm not gonna say it. I'm just.
So basically, this lady hires a housemaid to work in her house, and then the lady's crazy. The husband is like the perfect guy. The lady eventually, like, the husband has an affair with the housemaid. They have a one night stand. The wife finds out. She goes insane, and then the husband's like, "That's it, get out of the house," because he's rich, and she just like married
Yeah.
him for money. So you're like, all right, like now they're gonna have a happy time together, him and Sydney Sweeney. Then she does like one little fuck up, and he locks her in the attic. And he's like, "Yeah, cut yourself on your chest like 20 times before you could come out." And it's basically like the reason why the original wife was crazy was because he was like doing
All
shit to
this
her and
shit.
like
Yeah.
driving her insane. So then, yeah, eventually she kills him and escapes.
Well,
But
apparently they're making a second one.
yeah, so there's multiple books, and apparently it's
Okay.
basically about women find out about like what happened, and they
Mm-hmm.
hire her to kill their abusive husbands.
Okay, that's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. Um, but let's see, what else did I watch? Yeah, I mentioned Chronology of Water. For Kristen Stewart, I mean, directorial debut. It's interesting. It's a very visceral movie. She took a lot of big swings. It's a lot for a directorial debut, and I respect her going for that. But she missed a lot of those swings for me.
Yeah.
So just
Fair.
was not really a fan of it. It felt like trauma porn at points.
Jeez.
But yeah, and then I
Yeah.
randomly watched 12 Angry Men. That was really good. All right. I guess let's get into this last movie.
Yeah. So last week I recommended the Sopranos movie, or better known as The Many Saints of Newark. Let me pull up the synopsis. Who made Tony Soprano? Which honestly, now that I'm reading this, is like a stupid whatever. Young Anthony. Okay, the more I read this, is actually pissing me off. The young Anthony Soprano is growing up in tumultuous areas in Newark, New Jersey. History, becoming a man just as rival gangsters start to rise up and challenge the all-powerful DeMeo crime family. Caught up in choking times is the uncle he idolizes, Dickie Moltisanti, whose influence over his nephew will help shape the impressionable teenager into an all-powerful mob boss, Tony Soprano. So, my biggest gripe with this is that at least from my point of view, I thought this was going to be like how Tony Soprano got to his position in the mob. But they don't even talk. He's barely in the movie. He has not, by the end of the movie, he's not even in the mob. There's like, has nothing to do with him. It's mostly about Dickie Moltisanti, which is, do you know the character Chris?
Yeah.
Chris Moltisanti's dad. So it's about him. So I don't know, like they should have marketed it more like that. Going into this, I was like interested to see it because they don't really say what happens, but apparently Tony does something like really like controversial and big, and that's what gets him to go to the top. But it's not even addressed in this. They didn't even talk about it. So
I don't know. This is weird for me watching it because I've never seen The Sopranos.
Yeah.
So I don't have that extra layer of knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
Or context. I don't have that extra layer of context. And to me, it just felt like an average mob flick or below average mob flick, honestly.
Yeah.
There's nothing really too interesting about it. Like here and there, they make little, remarks or references that I'm like, that's probably supposed to be a reference to The Sopranos, but I don't know because I've never seen it. I don't know. It was fine. It's not like horrible. I do like Gandolfini. I like the son.
Yeah.
He's in Warfare, actually. We just talked about.
Yeah, he was actually.
But he's had a couple kind of good roles throughout his career.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of his, but I've never seen The Sopranos, so
I just like it's The Sopranos is like much better than this, obviously, but I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about Dickie Moltisanti. He's like mentioned a couple times in the show. He's just basically like in the show they talk about how he's the mentor to Tony Soprano. Like it was like Tony's father, because Tony's father, you see in this, goes to jail. So he kind of like, raises him somewhat.
Played by John Bernthal, by the way.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I was not a big fan of this, and it didn't really add. I mean, there's one thing that happens that kind of retcons something from the show, but even in the show, it's not 100% confirmed.
What was it?
So the guy Junior, that's Tony's actual uncle.
Which one is that?
The guy with the glasses.
Junior. Oh, yeah. The one that's an Ant-Man and the Wasp. Or the one that's an Ant-Man.
Yes.
MODOK.
So he's MODOK, yeah. So when Sopranos starts, he's the head of the family. Like, he's the top guy. And then he goes to jail. So then Tony has to become, like, the main guy because he obviously can't operate anymore. But in the show, Tony tells Chris that his dad was killed by a cop. Like, his dad, like, he just was like, oh, this guy killed him. And then Chris goes and kills this cop. But, like, then it's just, they kind of retcon it, and now it's that Junior killed him so he could become the head of the family. Which is, like, fine, but it's also, like, there was nothing really... Like, Junior never really had any gripe with Dickie in the movie, so it kind of just came out of left field to me. Like, it didn't really... Junior's barely in the movie,
they were beefing. They were beefing throughout the movie, definitely.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
When he laughs at him, when he falls and falls on his back.
But it's like, I don't know. It was very disappointing to me.
I don't know. I feel like they were trying to make this main guy so likable for some reason. And I feel like Tony Soprano is not likable in the show, right? Or is he? I mean...
No, he is.
He is?
Like, he's a dickhead. Like, he's an asshole, but, like, you're rooting for him.
Yeah. Like, there was that one scene where I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Do you know what I'm talking about? When there's that montage, and he's, like, coaching a blind
Oh
little
yeah,
league
yeah.
baseball team. Like what?
I
How is
think
there
that
that
was
many
meant.
blind kids in a town?
I think
Like
that was mentioned in the show a little bit, but like, just whatever. I
it
don't
was
know.
just such a weird. Like, why is he just coaching a blind baseball team?
I
Is it
have
supposed
no
to? Is it for
idea.
us to be like, this guy's a very virtuous man and everything? What the fuck was that about? That's like up there with the Twilight baseball scene from one of the weirdest baseball scenes I've ever seen in my life.
It was very strange and like out of pocket. I just yeah, and honestly, like I'm really disappointed. I wanted to see like how more of Tony. Like I was more even in the tagline is who made Tony Soprano,
Yeah,
and
but
he's
it's
like
not about. I guess it's not about him. It's
it's
about his
not about
uncle.
him, but they make it seem like the cover is Tony Soprano and Dickie Moltisanti. You could Tony Soprano's not really that important in the movie. He's not even in the mob when the movie starts. When the movie ends,
Yeah.
you
What'd
know.
you think of Ray Liotta?
He was cool. I don't know who does he play? He's like one of the people that he killed a maid guy, so he goes in jail, right?
He's Hollywood Dick Moltisanti as well. So he's Dick Moltisanti and Sal Moltisanti.
I guess
So I
it's
think it's
Dickie's dad.
Dickie's dad and his uncle. The uncle is the one in jail.
But yes, yeah, yeah,
When Ray Liotta was playing the dad, he was horrible. He was
yeah,
like no,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? He's so
Also, like
horrible in this.
side
But when
note,
he was playing the uncle, he was kind of like more
the
tame. He
uncles,
was actually
yeah.
pretty good. But go
Side
ahead.
note, the accents suck. A lot of the accents are really bad in this. I've noticed.
Yeah, it was very over the top the way they
Yeah,
talked. Like it
yeah.
was hilariously over the top. Like I forget what they say. But yeah, when he's on when something bad happens, they're like, "Your sister's cunt." Like
I mean, they say
what?
shit like that in the show, but like it sounds like a lot more natural, I guess.
Yeah, some of the casting was weird.
Yeah, like
Like
Joey
Co-
Diaz.
Corey Stoll is playing an Italian mobster. Corey Stoll. He's not Italian.
Yeah,
Like you could just look at him and tell. Really
yeah.
weird. Um
I like John Bernthal though. I thought he was pretty. I wish he was in it more, honestly.
Also, the guy from fucking Past Lives, John Magaro, is in it and has the worst haircut I've ever seen.
Yeah,
You know
this
who
is
I'm
a
talking
weird
about?
movie. Yeah, yeah.
What was up with
Doesn't
his
he?
haircut?
He well like that. That's so he plays Silvio. That his haircut looks like that in the show. It's like a weird.
Dude, it looked horrible.
He just
I mean,
has
I
like
guess,
white. Look up Salvio. Instead, he has the white streaks in it in the show. But did you have like a favorite character? Or?
hold on, I just want to show the picture of this guy's hair. Dude, what?
One of Silvio's hair?
It's honestly not even worth it. But here, I'll just share it really quickly.
But yeah, I was very
Just,
disappointed by this, to say the
I'll share it on
least.
my phone. How about that?
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. But it's worth it once you see his hair. This is the guy who gets cucked in Past Lives.
Yeah.
Why is it the most blurry picture of all time? Trust me, it'll be worth it once I get it. Dude, what the fuck is up with his hair? Look at that.
Yeah. I know.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
But anyways, let me think if I had a favorite scene in this movie. I kind of like the scene where Dickie, that's his name, right? The main guy?
Yeah.
Where he kills his dad and then Tony like pulls up at the same time. So he has to like kind of shut the shutter on his dead dad, dead dad in the car, and he's like, "Can I watch you work on the car?" He's like, "I said, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Whatever. That I don't know. That scene kind of
I like the shootout. That was pretty good.
yeah. The shootout was good. The scene where I like the relationship in general between Dickie and Leslie Odom Jr.'s character Forget his name.
Harold. Right?
Harold. And that scene where he kind of has the opportunity to kill him when they both are like face to face with each other and they don't do it. I like their kind of dynamic that they had.
Yeah.
Favorite character? I don't know.
Probably Dickie Moltisanti, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll choose Dickie. There's not that many memorable characters in it for me. But
well, apparently the guy who played Dickie's in The Brutalist.
Bro, he plays Rhino in Craven. How do you not know him from that?
Oh, yeah, right. He's like the
Come on,
weird
man.
ass. Remember that scene of him like just like streaking? Like he just makes that weird ass noise for like no reason. Great movie.
I can't. My brain is being rotted. I'm trying to think of what I should recommend for the next episode too.
Oh yeah, well we gotta get the ratings first.
I know.
All right, I'll just go. I'm sorry guys. Like this is like a major letdown for me. Like honestly, just kind of sucked. I really didn't like it. You know, it's like Matt said, low average mob movie. Even with all the context of me watching The Sopranos, it didn't really do much for me. So I gave it a 2.5, 5 out of 10. Really mid. If they want to do a Sopranos movie, make it about how Tony Soprano's in the mob and how he rises the ranks. Not about when he's not in the mob and he's like watching from the outside.
You know, I'm surprised you even gave it that high a score, honestly.
Because it's like, it's not like, there's nothing like inherently like awful about it. It's just like, is it the worst movie I've ever seen? No. But it's just like,
yeah.
I guess
so
you know what? Yeah, I take it back. I give it a 2.
What? Okay.
4 out of 10.
Yeah. I gave it a 2.5 of 5 stars. Or no, not a 5 stars.
No, 5 out of 10
stars, 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
What can I even say? It's just I never watched The Sopranos, so I have no context of who these people are. I don't know, like they're all just complete over the top Italians. There are some kind of interesting relationships and things going on, but I thought it would be about Tony Soprano. Yeah, like I know Tony Soprano, even though I never seen The Sopranos. Like I know about him, and but it's not really about him. It's about his fucking Uncle Dickie.
Yeah.
And I don't think Alessandro Nivola or whatever his name is, I don't think he did a bad job in the role, but why should I care? Because he's coaching a blind baseball team? Like I don't care about him. Show me Tony, Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was a crazy recommendation.
Yeah, I regret it, but at least it's.
Listen, we got to talk about some bad stuff on here too.
Yeah,
You know what? Watching that, it made me want to watch an actual good mob movie. So, what I'm gonna recommend for the next episode is a movie I've never seen before, and it's one of those movies that I'm like, I've never seen that, and people are like, how have you never seen that?
Oh, I don't think I know what it is. Yeah.
And I'm gonna choose Scarface, directed by Brian De Palma. So that should be exciting. We'll actually get some good mafia stuff going on. Al Pacino as Tony Montana. Have you ever seen that, Joe, or no?
I have not, no.
So that'll be one of the classics to check off our list. But yeah, that's where this episode leaves us, I think. I don't know if there's anything else that we're forgetting.
No, I mean, yeah, it's really disappointing. And I don't I hope you watch Sopranos one day and the writing is significantly better in that.
Maybe I will.
But. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks everyone for listening. Definitely check us out on social media.
Yeah.
We post little clips from our episodes on there. We sometimes throw up some movie news, whatever. And sometimes it's just, it's an easier way to digest the episodes instead of sitting here for an hour and a half. You can also check out our review channel, which I've been trying to ramp up a little bit. So if you don't want to watch the whole episode, if you just sat through this whole episode and you're like, this show is so long, like I'd rather just see them talk about individual movies, we have a review channel, Cool Epic Awesome Reviews, where we just post where we talk about each specific movie. Go check that out. Follow us on everything. Subscribe. We're almost at 150 subscribers. We have 145. So 5 more. And we just reached 5,000 followers on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for that. Maybe we'll do a giveaway soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't done a giveaway in a little bit.
Yeah, it might be time.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Willowbrook Tapes. We officially wrapped filming yesterday. So,
Really?
Yep. So
that's awesome.
There's going to be a new cut coming, Joe. We'll have to definitely watch that.
Nice
and we'll see. News is coming. But yeah, appreciate all you guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.